Good afternoon. Well, I've got the laundry in there going. I've got some sheets on washing. I've got my pinto beans boiling to cook for supper. And I come out here and now I'm gathering my big crop of tomatoes. Remember me and Connor went and bought tomato plants and planted them. And I told him I wanted a cherry tomato plant, one of my plants to be a little cherry tomatoes. I love to pick them and eat them. And so this morning we're gathering our crop, and I want to show you my tomatoes. I'm so proud of my tomatoes. Look at this. It's not much bigger than a pea. And I got another one, and it's not much bigger than a pea. So that's what's going to come on that plant. I said they're good, and it's got a good flavor, but you'd have to eat a bushel to get a cherry tomato. So we may pull them up and come back and plant us some cherry tomatoes, hoping they'll be a little bit bigger than a pea-sized tomato. But anyway, I told y'all I wasn't a farmer, so here we are. We may pull them up and go again. But anyway, it reminded me of my grandmother this morning, and how that they would plant crops and uh, different things, and how that a lot of times she didn't even wait for the plants to mature. She'd go out and pick the crops and cook them. And I remember Uncle Winard went to the table one time, and something was said about what they was having for dinner, and she said, open the pot, and he put some in his plate, and he said, Mama, I'm getting tired of these blamed old hulls, because she had picked the black-eyed peas because she was ready for something green after winter, and she went ahead and picked them and cooked them, and to him they was just eating the hulls. And he'd take a plate and he'd put all this food on it, then he'd pour syrup over it. I said, that gagged me right there, but that was Uncle Winard. You know, the Bible says to give honor to where honor is due. And I feel like I want to honor Uncle Winard today. I think back about my grandmother wasn't but about 41 years old when Grandpa went out one night. He drank, and he went to a bar there in Malaga, and he left the bar and started walking home, and another man from the bar that was drunk swerved and hit him on the side of the road, and it killed him. And from that time on, Uncle Winter became the breadwinner for the family. There was some of them that were married. My two oldest uncles and my mother were married, but that still left several children, about 6 children at home that had to be provided for. And my grandma was a real feisty little woman, and she let everybody know she didn't need no government help, that she would make it on her own. Well, really, she didn't make it on her own. Uncle Winard farmed for them, and I never one time in my lifetime heard Uncle Winard complain about the fact that he had to make the living for the family after my grandpa was run over like he was. But you know, that's the way it needs to be. It's just like I told my children, and many a time their daddy and me has talked, and we didn't care what they turned out to be. They could be a ditch digger, they could be a garbage man. It didn't matter. But whatever they was, we wanted them to be the best that they could be at whatever they chose to be in life. And that's the way it is today. And the same thing goes. It don't matter what your family is. You need to love your family. And God intends for us to love our family. And I want to say I appreciate everybody for getting on and signing and subscribing. And if you haven't done it, I'd appreciate you doing it. And I'd like to hear how you feel, and how that you like the videos, or if you don't like them. I like negative comments too. But I want you to keep your chin up today, wear a smile on that face, love your families, and go with the Lord.